leapt from the little table she put him up on. Like he jumped off of a like waist high table. And I was just like, "Oh my god." I think he was okay, but that couldn't have been good for him. So that pissed me off. Like I don't know if she was just inexperienced, and like at least the lady at the place outside of town used the proper things, to keep him in place. They have harnesses and things. So, sorry. Pa baby, poor baby. I don't know. Yeah. So he's my trauma dog. He's got issues. He doesn't like to be messed with, but um yeah, so I really need to get him in somewhere. That has to be a priority. But yeah, so I cleaned my room. I swept it too. And then I swept the whole dining room. I vacuumed the dining room rug. And then I swept the kitchen. I swept the litter box areas and then I did them, like cleaned them. I put the trash out and the recycle out. So yeah, I did a lot. And I am working on laundry too, of course. It's just like I feel like my stamina is not there. And that's what sucks. Because if I don't have a reason to clean, I won't. It helps me so much if it's like, oh, company's coming over, because then you think, okay, I'm going to go clean things. That's always how I clean, was like this, I would get this burst of excitement or anticipation, and then I would be able to just get all my shit done in a good amount of time, and then I would be done with it. And now that I don't have company coming over or anything, like there's no reason for me. So 9 times out of 10, I'm just like, I can get that tomorrow. And I do the necessity, like I don't like food out because I don't want vermin around. I don't want gnats and fruit flies and things like that. So I have certain things I do that are necessary. And then you have the next things back that are like the sweeping and the vacuuming. You can put that off for quite a while, and then it becomes, oh, well, I'm only going to sweep the kitchen and the laundry and the litter because those are in my main areas every day of what I do. And then I'll start to not think about the living room or the dining room because, I'm not in there. So yeah, it's hard to take care of a house. It's extremely hard. It's not fun. I wish that I would have just stayed in it, or I would have found a smaller apartment than the one I was in. I was in like a duplex before this, so I had an upstairs and downstairs, and it was 3 bedroom, living area, 2 bathrooms, and the kitchen, and a basement, and a yard. So it was very similar to a house. And I mean, I managed that for all of those years, and then I moved next door. I bought the house next door. So I did buy my house is like 1,700 square feet. So it's a pretty good size house. But me looking back, it's too much for me to handle. It's too much. And I try to get rid of things too. Like, my tendency has been to collect things that make me happy, things that are attached to memories, stuff like that. And that's definitely a traumatic childhood response, to not want to get rid of things. And also, I was taught to save everything, because you might be able to use it later. And that's like everything. And that can be terrible when you have ADHD. You put things everywhere because, you're like, yeah, I could use that. And you put it somewhere. And then in a month, you forget about even saving it. And then you find it in another month and you're like, what the hell is this doing here? And you don't know. So that's fun. So I do enjoy organizing. And some of my videos are about organizing. On this channel, I don't know how many I've done organizing. Um, I know on TikTok I really enjoyed that part during the COVID quarantine. I was taking apart pantries and closets and all kinds of things. That was a hell of a time though. I was so stressed about what was going to happen. You know, like I think everyone can relate to that. Everybody was pretty scared at that time.